And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now here's Giannis. Good D by Embiid.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Young with no one around. That three off the mark. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Denver. And Embiid pulls it down. Young taking his time here. Into the lane. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Carving through the defense with ease. I love watching Young slam on the Jets and knife inside.
And good that time.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Outside, Kuminga. Over to the left wing. Back to Young. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Again, Young missing. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Embiid, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
And here is Beal. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Antetokounmpo up top. A shot missing. Good D by Embiid.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Now here's Giannis. Beal gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Beal's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with. A beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Pass to Caruso. And here's Young from the arc.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
1:41 left in the first quarter. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
No mercy shown that time on D by Giannis. Great rejection.
The Nuggets trail. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Young. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Giannis. Offensive rebound. And Embiid is right there.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Beal from long range. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Young outside. Pass to Smart. Up in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Indiana out in front.
The visiting team, 14.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And also, they've been draining mid-range jump shots, measuring the defense well, and just taking what they give them.
A nice shot by Nesmith.
Good on Brooks for making that extra pass. That was the smart play.
And Clark, as we watch Aaron Nesmith, he was such a great shooter in college, and it took him a while to find his stroke in the NBA.
And you know what, Kevin, nothing really surprising about that. Most players struggle to find their game in the NBA, to find their role in the NBA. But Nesmith, he's found his rhythm and his role, and he clearly is dangerous from behind the arc.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Now here's Embiid. He has 6. It's rebounded by Nesmith.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Thomas. And then Thomas with the jam.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
Outside, Beal misses the 3. Indiana trailing here. Smart misses. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Denver. Denver passing it around. Pass to Beal. Now here's Giannis. To the middle. Here's Brooks. Misses the layup.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
They get a hand on it. Here's Kuminga. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Embiid. Over Randall. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Coming onto the floor for the away team, Kevon Looney, Gary Payton II.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Beal from long range.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Brooks misses. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so it's Indiana with it. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Indiana. Thomas inside. The kick out to Williams. Offside Thomas.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Over in the corner. Looney. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Nuggets trail. Outside Beal. Pass to Brooks. It's Beal on the wing. Here's Nesmith. And here's Randall to end the cold streak. And it's Looney with the rebound. 1:29 left to play in the first half. Back to Wright. To the inside. Walker's shot is off. And Denver has possession. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And it's good for 2.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, powers through it.
Beal from deep three-point land. No good, he missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Pass to Thomas. Down low. Here's Looney. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Looney's got his first points in this one. Guys, what a wild first half this has been.
Wow, back and forth start, that's for sure.
Beal can't get it to go.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Thomas outside. They get the rebound. Looney. Here's Wright. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Indiana leads by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Denver calls time.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Denver calls timeout.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Indiana. It's a one-point game. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randall has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
Julius Randle taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time. Beal's got such a fluid shooting motion. It really helps him on those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Outside, Smart. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. 90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Young. He takes it in. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, the cleverness Young possesses is just uncanny. Puts the defense in a bind whenever he drives it to the rack.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Now here's Young. 11 points in the game.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
Pass to Embiid. The kick out to Young. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
3 points.
Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trey giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. 6 to shoot. From deep, Brooks. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Embiid. Embiid powers it down. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Now here's Randall. Neesmith with the ball. Oh, good on the 3. Young outside. Pass to Embiid. Out left to the wing. Embiid the screen. Here's Kuminga. And Indiana, another 3.
And it looks like they left their defensive effort back in the locker room, guys. They just haven't had the same commitment here defensively in the second half.
Sinks the triple.
And how about the response from Randall? He just enjoys knocking down that triple to answer right back.
Embiid the screen. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's Randall. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Smart.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
He's made one and missed one so far in the game. Here's Young. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
That's his
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Denver.
2 minutes remaining.
Trailing by 2.
2 minutes.
From outside the arc, Caruso grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Giannis. He's got 11. Back to Beal. Pass to Antetokounmpo. This one for 3. Beal can't get it to go.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Assist for
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now here's Brooks. Giannis outside. Pass to Beal. In the corner, it's Neesmith. Now Antetokounmpo. Back to Beal. They double-team Beal. Brooks with no one around. The Nuggets with another miss. Here's Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Young, a fiery competitor, someone who enjoys getting under the skin of opposing players.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Beal from long range.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Cameron Thomas.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around, really doesn't faze him, doesn't matter. And this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Indiana leading by 5. It's Thomas on the wing. He has 7. Pass to Looney. Back to Thomas. Walker a screen. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris. For Indiana, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Bangs home the trifecta. 1 second left. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight, and has been the drive. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. Timeout called, Nuggets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. Now he asked the defense to lock it down inside. He said, let's get physical. I don't want them to think we're soft in there. No more easy shots in the paint. So that's what the defense is set to do. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. The Nuggets trail by 4. Antetokounmpo looking it over. They double-team Beal. Inside. Embiid with the steal. Pass to Caruso. Here's Embiid. Lets the 3 fly. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And offensively, they finally seem to be coming around after an ugly first half.
And, you know, to shoot that poorly early and to have the lead now, they feel fortunate, but they've earned their good fortune. Their offense trying to find its way back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
Now, here is Young. Pass to Embiid. 5 on the clock. Over Giannis. It's hauled in by Giannis.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Randall no good.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Embiid the screen. Young. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist. Young's got 12 points here in the second half.
A bad man on the offensive end. Young can really be a menace with his shooting.
The shot. Offensive rebound. To the paint. Here's Smart. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And this is where Smart has really improved. The game's slowed down for him. He's playing under better control. Nice pass.
Back to Brooks. Offline with his 3. Indiana leading by 8. Indiana moving the ball over. And a deep 3 from Young. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Kuminga. Now Young. Pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Brooks with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, the blend of size and skill makes Embiid so hard to defend, and as a result, most of the time he draws fouls.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Kuminga.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated glass.
Giannis on the attack.
Giannis has tremendous physical attributes, but his confidence is something that separates him from most.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
And here's Young. After Dylan Brooks was able to get the triple. Pass to Embiid. The kick out to Young. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Brooks. Here's Beal with the three. It's rebounded by Indiana. They've led by as much as 10. Young inside. And here's Embiid. Over Neesmith. And so the ball out of bounds. Beal touched it last. 1:07 left in the game. On the clock. Count that bucket. Young's got 4 points in the quarter.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations. Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Here's Embiid. Young outside. Embiid, no good. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And they double up Giannis. Brooks, left side. Here's Neesmith. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Denver calls timeout. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Number 50, Steven Adams.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And Indiana making a change here. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Long range from the inbound. Bogdanovich, no luck. So it's Indiana picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one